Hello, I'm Jen Nami Padgett with the Everyday Priestess Channel here on YouTube. I give advice about priestessing and everyday life. So if you'd like to submit a question, you can email me at JLPnami@gmail.com. And this information is also available in the description below this video. Okay, so here we go. This question comes from a priestess sister living in California who wishes to remain anonymous. So here's the question. Dear Nami, I'm about 9 months into my first year of training as a priestess, and I have been hearing another voice outside myself. And I'm just wondering, is this normal? Sometimes I just get one word like go, and then it repeats until I say out loud, okay, I got it. And sometimes it's just a conglomerate of voices mixed in with each other, and it comes very fast. So it's hard to decipher what the meaning of it all is. And I just wonder, am I going crazy? Any advice you have would be much appreciated. Okay, dear sister. So I have to say that no, this is not normal according to today's societal standards, but it is magical. So when you step onto the priestess path, things start to happen. And some people experience different sensations in their bodies, and some are given messages, and some get visuals, and some get all of this. And you may too get all of these things over time. I think in that if you can think of it this way, it's actually so exciting. You are now tapping into other realms. And while this may be scary at first, all you need to learn is the ability to, one, listen for what the deeper meaning of this message coming to you might be, and two, how to turn it off if you're not interested in playing. So, in the world we live in today, most of us are closed off. We didn't learn as children how to work with other energies beyond us, and we were never taught clairvoyance. We were never taught that seeing and hearing things is okay, and in fact, it's been taught the opposite. It's scary, and if you were taught like me, it's freakish. So we shut these things down as children. And I think this does a major disservice to us as human beings trying to navigate the world, because it does exist out there. We are taught at a young age to tune in and not fear. If we were taught how to really tap into intuition, if we were taught that communication is possible with our ancestors and spiritual beings, we'd all be better off, I think. So instead, we're taught to suppress, deny, and cast away all of this, and there is no remembrance of this at all. So what you're having right now is an opening and a remembering right now. You've always had the ability to hear messages, and your priestessing work is allowing you to tap into that now. And because you are open, some of the spirits around you may want to be heard, and some of them are not always helpful. So just because they want to tap in does not mean that it's an involved spirit with a good message. For instance, that conglomerate of many voices that are coming through at one time. You can just think of this as like 100 TVs or 100 radios on all at once, and they are all playing different music. And that's not very productive or helpful. So in those cases, you can also use your priestess power to put a stop to it. Simply by saying out loud, stop. This is not helpful. You can even put your hand up and say, stop. I've done this myself, and it really works. The one-word messages, so like go. That could be really fun to explore. You can always ask for more info. If you can settle into yourself, it it may be helpful to call in ancestors, angels, and guides to be with you, and then ask, go where? You may be surprised about what comes through. You may not get an answer, and in that case, just have patience. Sometimes part of our priestessing path is to learn patience, and our guides may be trickling in information as we need it and the timing that we need it. So just trust that timing for your path of learning. And I have to say, as always, you have a teacher, so if any of this becomes too much and you need assistance, reach out. A knowledgeable priestess can help you put into place strong practices for protection for yourself. And now, just so you have an example, and this is what I do at the end of every Dear Nami anyway, we're going to call in your ancestors, angels, and guides, my ancestors, angels, and guides, and any of those who are listening. And we're going to picture also a column of light that surrounds us. So this can be helpful if you're trying to not allow energies in that may be trying to get in. So just picture a column that surrounds your body and goes down deep into the earth and then up into the ethers of the stars and the galaxies, just a column protecting you. So we do this in Reiki, or I do this in Reiki, I was taught this, to not allow anybody's energy that I'm working with to come onto me. So you can do this yourself and just imagine this white column of light surrounding you and protecting you from any energies that you wish not to have in your presence. So do that, and then you can always call in your ancestors, angels, and guides. We're calling them in now. We're asking them for protection, and we're asking them also to allow anything that needs to come through, and any messages that need to come through that we need to put into action to make that apparent to us. And also how to recognize when something coming through is just noise and you need to cast that out of your energy circle. So that's what we're asking our angels and guides and ancestors to do today for us, is to really help us tune into those messages that are coming through, how to decipher those messages, and then also how to cast out anything that is unnecessary. And we also want to thank those energies for being with us and for showing us the way and for showing the path forward, especially when things get confusing. So I just want to thank all of the good energies for being around us and helping to support us. And I also want to thank you for listening, anybody who is out there for listening today. And I hope that you were able to get something out of this question and the advice. Blessings to all, and I'll see you on the next Dear Nami broadcast.